Hello people, Astonation Auto World here, Kenya's #1 YouTube channel for car reviews, DIY videos, as well as commentary on cars and such. So today here I have two cars for you here for review or for a small talk about them. So this one is a Citroen DS23 and this one is a Mercedes W126 for those who know them by that name. W126 referring to the chassis, the frame or the platform on which that car was based. Now our focus today is on this car. This is a Citroen DS23. So Citroen is a car manufactured by the PSA, French Association of Peugeot Citroën. This car was manufactured from 1955 to 1975. So this car had 20 years of production for it until when it was later replaced with another one. I think that was a Citroen GS and Citroen CX. Please don't mind the paintwork here. The car is under restoration at the moment. Just planning on a few things to take it for a full body spray, a full body work. Yeah, so this car, Citroen made these cars with a choice of 3-4 engines. I think 3. So those Citroen ID19 that had 1900cc engine, and then we had the Citroen DS20 with a 2-liter engine, then Citroen DS21 with a 2.1-liter engine, then this one, the biggest of them all at that time being the Citroen DS23 with a 2.3 liter petrol engine. So for this car was majorly known for its suspension type. So if you look at it at the back here, one may think something is wrong with the suspension, but no, nothing is wrong with that suspension. This car was known for its one-of-a-kind suspension type. So this car came with the Hydronumatic suspension, which many people argue it was too early for its time. It should have come at this day and time, that is in the 21st century. So this car came with Hydronumatic suspension in 1955 to 1975. So this is a type of suspension where hydraulic fluid is used to power or run the hydraulic system as well as the power steering system of this car. So how that works is you have reservoir tank, and then you have hydraulic pump at the center of it, and then at each corner of the car you have hydraulic spheres that are used as the dampers on every corner. So what happens is the fluid is pumped around the car, and then those cylinders are responsible for regulating the pressure in it with the movements of the wheels up and down. So this car had the smoothest suspension on the market that one would ever find. At its time, these had the best suspension, more than the air suspension that we have at our days. For those who know a Mercedes W140 and those that came after that, Mercedes used the Hydronumatic suspension at some time. That was an improvement of what Citroen had on this car and their cars. So I think Citroen had the patent rights for the Hydronumatic suspension, and then Mercedes just picked that up from them and improved on it a little bit. So this car here was saloon. It was offered in saloon version as well as convertible and station wagon. So for this one here, other than the suspension, this one also was known for a specialty about the brakes. So in 1955, this was, if not the only one, the car that came with disc brakes at the front. So this car has disc brakes at the front, but then one catch about it is that this car never had brake discs here at the wheel, but this car had the brake discs in between the wheel and the gearbox. So how this engine was mounted facing backwards that way, and then the gearbox is at the front here. So in between the gearbox and the wheels, that is where Citroen mounted the brake discs, at the center as well as at the center on this side, and that's how this car managed to come with the disc brakes at that time. Yeah, so other than that, this car was also known for adjusting or rotating headlamps. So the DS23, which was the flagship by then, had these inner spotlights, multi-directional. So when the steering wheel is turned to the left, this light would turn left. Steering turned to the right, the lights would also light the right side of the car. Yeah, so just an overview of this car. I'll be getting details for you guys in the next video on how it drives, how it rides, how the suspension is, how the car has stood the test of time since 1955 to 1975 when they were new, and then specifically how this one has fared on since its year of manufacture, 1974, up to today, 2021. I'll just go around a bit for you guys to see, have a closer look at it. Some wider angle of it, rear 3/4. Just some comments on the paint job on the boot. So these cars were known to have a weak spot on the boot here. Citroen used aluminium metal sheet to fabricate the boot lid here. So with time, if a proper paint job is not done, when the car is left outside under heavy rainfall, the paintwork peels off, and then rust starts eating into it, as well as the door panels and the mudguard. But this one is one of a kind. You'll never find them in this condition anymore. To those ones who still knows how these cars still exist, so you can tell from this video that this one is one of those ones that are very well kept. Yeah, so that's it for the Citroen. I'll be doing a video of how it rides, how the suspension is, how many miles or kilometers it has covered. I don't have the keys with me here, but I'll be sure to make a video for you guys, how the interior is, how the car rides and all that. Thank you very much. Please watch, like, subscribe, leave a comment, be sure to share. Thank you.